My fiancée has no bridesmaids, and it's making her so upset that she wants to call off the wedding. Last Tuesday, she left her ring on the kitchen counter with a note that said, "I can't do this anymore. We've been together since sophomore year of college. 8 years. She's not dramatic. She's not high maintenance. She's the kind of person who apologizes when someone else bumps into her. So when I came home to that note, I knew something was seriously wrong. I found her at her dad's house an hour later. She was sitting on the porch swing, the same one we used to sit on when we were 20 and talking about our future. Her eyes were swollen. She'd been crying for hours. I sat down next to her and didn't say anything. Just waited. Finally, she whispered it. Everyone's going to see that I have no one. I didn't understand at first. We'd been planning this wedding for 11 months. Venue booked, catering sorted, save the date sent to 847 people. Then she explained. My side of the wedding party has 7 groomsmen. My brother Jake, my college roommates Devin and Marcus, my childhood friends Chris and Tyler, my cousins Brandon and Eli. They've been group texting about the bachelor party since January. Vegas, golf, the whole thing. Her side has nobody. Not because she's unlikable. The opposite, actually. She's warm and funny, and everyone who meets her loves her. But she's also the daughter of a single dad who worked nights. She moved 11 times before she turned 18. Different schools, different states, different time zones. Every time she made a friend, she had to leave them behind. By high school, she stopped trying. It hurt too much. College was supposed to be different. She finally had stability. She met a group of girls freshman year. They called themselves the Forever Five. Matching bracelets, weekly dinners, plans to be in each other's weddings someday. Junior year, one of them started dating a guy my fiancé had briefly seen. It wasn't serious. They'd gone on 3 dates months before, but that girl convinced the others that my fiancé had betrayed her, that she'd tried to steal him back, that she couldn't be trusted. One by one, they stopped responding to her texts. They moved out of their shared apartment. They blocked her on everything. She spent senior year completely alone. She told me all of this on that porch swing. 8 years together, and I'd never heard the full story. She'd always just said she wasn't good at keeping friends and changed the subject. Now I understood. She wasn't worried about not having bridesmaids. She was terrified of standing at that altar in front of hundreds of people and having everyone see the proof that she was unlovable, that no one had ever stayed. I drove home that night with her ring in my pocket. She said she needed time to think. I didn't sleep. I just sat in our living room staring at the wedding binder she'd put together. All those magazine cutouts, all those Pinterest boards, all those dreams she was ready to throw away because she was convinced she wasn't worth staying for. At 6 a.m., I started making calls. First, I called my mom, told her everything. She cried. Then she got angry. Then she started making her own calls. Then I called my groomsmen, every single one of them. I told them the wedding might be off. I told them why. I told them what I needed. Devin said he was in before I finished the sentence. Marcus asked what color he should wear. Chris said his wife had been looking for an excuse to take my fiancé to brunch anyway. By noon, I had a plan. I drove back to her dad's house. She was still on that porch swing, still wearing the same clothes from yesterday. I sat down and handed her the ring. She shook her head. I told you, I can't stand up there with no one beside me while you have 7 people who love you. I said, what if you had 8? She looked at me like I'd lost my mind. That's when they pulled up. 3 cars. My mom's SUV, Devin's truck, Marcus's Jeep. My mom got out first, then my sister Amy, then Devin's wife Keisha, then Marcus's girlfriend Priya, then Chris's wife Dana, then my Aunt Rosa, then my cousin Michelle, then my grandmother, 83 years old, and she'd driven 45 minutes to be there. 8 women. They walked up to that porch holding garment bags and champagne bottles and a banner that said Bride Tribe. My mom stepped forward and said, "We heard you needed bridesmaids. We'd like to apply." My fiancé just stared at them. She didn't move, didn't speak. Then my grandmother walked up the steps, took her hand, and said, "Mija, family isn't just blood. It's the people who choose you, and we're choosing you. If you'll have us." My fiancé broke down completely. They spent the whole day together, dress shopping, mimosas, all of it. I got updates every hour. Photos of her laughing, photos of her trying on veils, photos of her hugging women she barely knew but who showed up anyway. That night she came home wearing her ring again. She said she'd found a dress. She said my grandmother told her stories about her own wedding in 1962. She said Keisha offered to throw her a bachelorette party. She said Dana already started a group chat called Team Bride. Our wedding is in 6 weeks. She's walking down the aisle with 8 bridesmaids.